I want to give you this strategy, and I would compare it as an analogy of a sniper versus a shotgun. I'm going to show you, here's the approach for very specific people you need to find, where it's not a ton of time, it's not a ton of energy. It is a very specific action plan where you're going to get the best bang for your buck as far as meeting the right people who have your future residents. Okay, so I like to call this influencer marketing because I got into this space and my first coach said, hey, all you got to do is go find placement agents. You're going to get 2 new move-ins every single month because of placement agents. You just have to pay them 1 month, no big deal. And then I saw people who were ahead of me, like not having their beds full. It was been 6 months and like don't have a resident yet. I'm like, what's going on? What about this placement agent thing? And they're like, well, I don't know. It didn't work for me. They don't call me. And I'm like, this doesn't sound right, Laura. Like, I don't think we should go after this. And realistically, the marketing play in this space is so old lady. Excuse my like grandma reference there, but man, like marketing in assisted living needs to really step it up. It's so 1970s. And so then we had this conversation about like what are other people doing, right? How are other people marketing things? And you look now, right? You're on TikTok or on Instagram or something like that. There's all these ads that come up. It's all influencers. They are all promoting someone else's product, right? They're affiliates. They're getting some kind of commission. People sell things now based on some type of influencer, right? Some type of person who has a following, right? There's Kardashians, right? Can sell anything because they have billions of people following them, right? They can, I'm not going to get into the new thing that Kim's doing with the bra, but nonetheless, she can sell all sorts of crap, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you implement something like this? And this is really where we spend a lot of time going through and say, okay, how do we take this idea of this influencer marketing and we apply it to assisted living? So I want to talk about that. This is what we did. We took what is working outside of assisted living and kind of modified it to be what we use in our assisted living marketing. So when you think about an influencer, right, or maybe an affiliate, think about this. If you sell one person and that person has a ton of followers and they give a shout out to you, you can literally make hundreds of sales, thousands of sales, right? That's why the power of social media is so important. You can pay celebrities, influencers to go sponsor or give a shout out to your thing. Now think about this. This is my aha moment. When I was learning this and kind of going through it, I'm like, hey, why don't we find places where all of our avatar is, right? Our avatar is the daughter, the person who is the POA. Why don't we go and find the hangouts for all these avatars? Where is the 50 to 70-year-old lady who is more affluent, who has some money? Where are they hanging out, right? And that was a pretty good strategy. We started there. And then it was one step beyond that, right? Like, here's the real strategy, because you could take that first strategy and you still have to sell one-to-one. You have to go to the room, you got to talk to a dozen people, hand out your business card. You're literally trying to sell one person at a time to get leads to have them come tour, right? But the other side of this, the great strategy, what if you could sell one person and that person had a following, they had power in their referral, and they can go and refer you to 20 of their girlfriends or 100 of their girlfriends or whatever it is, a bunch of different people over months or years. And you make one sale to this person who is an influencer, and they can give you hundreds of leads or dozens of leads, right? And it was like, that was my aha moment. This is what people are doing in other industries. This is how people are making tons of sales. Why can't we craft something like that for the assisted living space?